I don't know how they've done it, but they actually managed to make Asphalt 9 a worse game. Gameloft have just completely blown my mind. They have managed to make Asphalt 9 a shittier game. Excuse me for the cursing, but I don't even know how they managed to do this. But they have, and you're probably sick and tired of hearing me rant about this game and talk about it. But on one hand, Asphalt has been one of the few games that I've been playing over the past almost decade of my life. And on the other hand, there really is nothing else like it. The only other game that comes somewhat close to recreating the Asphalt experience is Need for Speed No Limits, and that game's just pure garbage. On one hand, Asphalt is a unique franchise, but on the other hand, it is a pretty crappy unique franchise, but there's no other alternative to it. But anyway, enough about that. The first update for Asphalt has just launched. It is called the Club Update or the Community Update, whatever they want to call it. They go back and forth for some reason. But Gameloft claims to have listened to community feedback entirely for this update. So like everything they've added has been based, entirely off community feedback. And y'all know that that is entirely bullcrap. The only thing that they've added that people have actually wanted is club races, which is neat. But, anyway, let's go ahead and break down the update and just kind of talk about the game and its state in general. Because there are some things that are just inexcusable that are still in the game. So, first of all, with this new update, they really didn't fix much of anything. I'm still having a ton of audio issues. Like when I trigger Nitro, it like the sound kind of cuts out in the middle of it for some reason. And the game just doesn't sound that good. Apart from the soundtrack sounds pretty good. But the game itself, like the cars, the engines, and rubble falling from buildings, or not buildings, but like mountains and stuff on Scotland, they just don't sound good at all. There is still a ton of physics issues that actually makes the game unplayable at some points. I've actually lost a couple multiplayer matches because my car actually suddenly shoots upwards and flips upside down, causing me to die. And it mainly happens when I land. So if I land without doing a 360, so if I just land regularly, my car will like shoot upward with its nose pointing upwards and flip upside down. So I don't know why Gameloft have, they've had 5 years to make this game. How have they not fixed these issues? I know you can't make a game perfect, but these issues shouldn't be happening as much as they do. But anyway, they've added 2 new cars, a Lotus that's really just a crappy go-kart. Like the Dodge Challenger 392 is still the D-Class king as far as I know. People really don't like the new Lotus, but a new car is a new car. And they've also added a Ferrari, which you won't be able to get until they release one of those stupid special events for it. Plus, it doesn't seem to be that good, considering I believe it's only the 3rd car in the A-Class. So the Nissan GTR and the Aston Martin Vulcan come before it, so it's not like it's going to be an A-Class king or anything like that. But it doesn't really matter because you can't get it at the moment anyway. They've also seemed to have buffed multiplayer rewards, but so far this first season has been it's been utter garbage with the car selection, and people who have paid for the Egoista are just kind of killing everyone in multiplayer. Right now, the multiplayer is just a mess, and I'm going to talk about that more later in this video. But overall, the update really didn't do much. It just added those 2 cars, both of which you probably won't be able to get for the next couple of months, and multiplayer rewards that you won't get either, and I won't get either. And they didn't fix anything, any bugs or anything like that. Now I want to talk about the grand scheme of things. So not just things that have come in this update, but since the global launch. So first of all, there have just been overall less rewards. During soft launch, all cars were obtainable through regular blueprints. But now a good portion of cars have been only locked behind these pay-to-win events right now, like the Lamborghini Egoista, which is going on right now. And it sucks because you have to decide, do you want to save to be able to unlock the next car that comes with the special events, or do you want to splurge and spend all your tokens of possibly unlocking the car right now? And you might be able to unlock the car. So like if you gather around 5 to 6k tokens, you might be able to unlock the car, but you sure as hell won't start up a few times before the event ends. Like after the event ends, you can't get any more blueprints for it. So whatever rank you have is the rank you got, and I think that's kind of dumb. But I don't know if these events will come back. So like I know in Asphalt 8 they are repeating the special events with previous cars, but I don't know if they're going to do that for Asphalt 9. I want to say that's going to happen, but it might happen, in the next year, or it could happen within the next couple of months. I don't know. Still, multiplayer right now in general is just an absolute mess. It's garbage. I don't know what they were thinking. Multiplayer really brings out the worst in this game. So like the worst aspects are shown in multiplayer. It's way too random of a mode. Like, luck is half the battle when it comes to winning a race. You don't have control over if you win or not, even if you have a good car. With the netcode being terrible and random knockdowns, they just really show how poorly thought out this mode and the game in general was. Let's say I'm in the Nitro Shockwave and I hit someone else. They probably won't get knocked down, but if someone even slightly touches me with or without a Nitro boost, I'll just die. I'll explode and I'll lose all my multiplayer points that I've been trying to accumulate within the past like 3 hours of playing. It's stupid, it's random. Either they have to turn off knockdowns or something else has to be done. And it also shows how terribly narrow the tracks are in this game. I never really touched on this because I really wanted to take my time and experience all of the tracks to their fullest with the slowest cars and the fastest cars, but I think it shows after how much I've been playing this game, and now that I have a full range of cars ranging from the slow Mitsubishi Lancer all the way to now I have the Lykan Hypersport. It really shows how terribly designed these tracks are. I mean, previous Asphalt games had really nice tracks, but these tracks in Asphalt 9 are terrible. They're so narrow. There's no way in heck you should be able to fit 8 cars in a track that is as narrow as only a couple meters. It really is terrible, and it shows in multiplayer as well with those random knockdowns. But even in single player, you're constantly getting stuck between AI opponents, and it really ruins the experience. I don't know why they made these tracks narrow. Whoever designed these tracks, you gotta be fired, man. I mean, they're just terrible. Okay, now I'm gonna move away from that. Generally, the game has just gotten worse. Like I said, you have less opportunities to unlock cars, and the bugs and glitches are becoming rampant, or they're running rampant. I mean, the audio issues are just annoying, and the physics issues are game-breaking. And you know what? Let's just, touch on this again. The fuel system doesn't help at all. It really is annoying. Overall, Asphalt 9 is a garbage game. However, it is the only game in its genre that is a garbage game, and there's no other alternative to this game, which is very unfortunate. So yeah, let me know your thoughts of the current state of Asphalt 9 in the comment section down below. Like I said, I'm really disappointed right now. I really hope that they'll improve things with the next update, but it doesn't look like another update will come for another couple of months like this first update did after the global launch. So overall, I'm not feeling very optimistic at all for this game. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video.